All right, so I'm here again with this sample letter that I've written for you. And just to remind you, I'll just make this small column on the side. To remind you about what we have learned, so you just keep recounting what we have learned. All right, and yeah, I've written it till here. All right, and then from the rest I'll just tell you. All right, so I'll just tell you what I've written. So as we learned for the beginning format, sender's address, full sender's address, you leave a line. Date, you leave a line. After date, you leave one more line. Receiver's address, you leave a line. Subject, you leave a line. Salutation, you leave a line. All right, and then after the body of the letter, after para 1, you leave a line. 2, para, you leave a line. 3, then you leave a line for, I'll just put this, you leave a line here for thanking you. You leave a line here, yours obediently. And after that, you don't leave a line and you write your name. Alright? Okay. And you are going to see a similar pattern in this letter. Alright. So whatever points I've told you till now you're going to understand it much better with an example, because now you have a sample. Alright. So let us begin. 12 MG Road, Anna Salai, Chennai 122012. Alright, so this will be my what? Say it loudly. Excellent. This will be my sender's address. In the exact same format that I told you, your nearby address, 12 MG Road, this is the place, the number of residents, this is the road, this is, the nearby town area, district, Anna Salai, and then the bigger area, Chennai, Chennai metropolitan city, and 122012. So this is my pin code, right? So again telling you, your house number, your nearby residence, your district, or some place bigger than that, your town, then the whole location, the entire state, or the entire, the bigger area, the entire region. You write it as Chennai and then your pin code. So again, I didn't leave a line. I just wrote immediately after the line without leaving a line. Immediately I wrote after, the line just coming after it, 12 MG Road, Annasalai, Chennai. Alright, moving ahead. Next, I left a line here. As you can see, I left a line here. I'm just making these marks to inform you that I've left a line here, although you will not make these marks in your exam. This is just to explain you. Alright, so I've left a line here. Now I'm going to remove it. Here you have the date. In what format? First will be the month, then the date, and then the year. Some people also tend to write it as 15 June 2021, which is also accepted these days. The only thing is, the year should be separated with a comma. Alright. Coming up next, I have left a line after date. I've left a line after date. Okay. And then I have written the receiver's address. In the exact same format I told you, you write the designation whom you're writing it to, the editor. Then, the daily, which you write to. For example, in case of a principal, you write it to the organization, such as ABC School. Similarly, I've written the Hindu, the entire, the news office, newspaper office or news office, depending on what topic you're doing. So I've written it to this daily, the Hindu. Again, the address of that entire place, KG mark, Chennai, so sorry, Chennai, and then your PIN code. After writing the receiver's address, I've again left a line. Okay, again left a line. Now I'm going to erase it. Okay, after this I'm not going to make these marks because you're intelligent students, you'll get to know where I've left a line. I'm going to tell you. Okay, after leaving a line, you have one subject. Now you will see I've written the subject, I've underlined it, and I've put a colon. And a very crisp subject I've written here. Menace of stray animals on MG Road. So you have underlined the word subject, not the entire statement. Okay, written it and written a crisp subject. Menace of stray animals on MG Road. Then I have left a line, alright, leave a line, and I've written the salutation. Sir, without a comma. Just written sir. No dear sir, no respected sir, nothing required. A simple, sweet, formal sir. Sir. Now is the main thing that I've explained to you. Now with an example, you'll get to know whatever things I was telling you in detail. Okay. The first paragraph reads, through the columns of your esteemed newspaper, I wish to draw the attention of the authorities towards stray animals on MG Road. I told you the first paragraph is going to be the introduction, right? Now, in the previous letter, previous example, I told you that you have to introduce yourself whilst we were doing the letter to the principal, that I am Meeka Basin, student of grade 11th. Now, usually when you're writing to an editor, the person which you're not very familiar with, you don't usually write that, okay, I am this person from this area. No, you simply write through the columns of your esteemed newspaper, and you skip introducing yourself. You simply introduce the topic. Whatever you have written in the subject, you introduce that. But usually in the board exams, you get an address. So most people tend to write that, for example, you are Amita from ABC Society. So most people, they first write, I am Amita and I am a resident of ABC Society, and then they write through the columns of your esteemed newspaper. So they follow both the criteria. But usually, mostly in cases where your address is not given, then you simply start from here. No need to introduce yourself. But when it's mentioned, your address is mentioned, then I think it is preferable that you add a line describing your yourself and your area of residence, from where you belong to. Alright, but even then, if you don't write, it won't make much of a difference, but it's preferable to write. Alright, coming back. Through the columns of your esteemed newspaper, I wish to draw the attention of the authorities towards stray animals on MG Road. So here I have introduced the topic. Alright, okay. So this is a very short paragraph. Again, how many lines? It's finished in one line. Okay, now this is the main paragraph. Okay, before that, I've left a line. I'm just going to write leave a line. So I've left a line between the two. I haven't left a line between the sentences of the first paragraph, because first paragraph as a whole, only after finishing that you need to leave a line. Alright, because the first paragraph, it's one paragraph that needs to be written as a paragraph or in continuation. Alright, so I have treated this as one entity, one paragraph, all the sentences, all the contents of the first paragraph that need to be written together. Coming up next, the second paragraph, where you describe the problem, alright, and where you also give solutions. Now I forgot to mention this, that in your second paragraph, you also give solution to the problem. Now it wouldn't look good that if you're just, you're pointing out the concern that, okay, I have this problem, but you're not giving any sort of solution, you're just complaining. So it is always polite to show that, okay, if you're really concerned about this, then you must give some solution, because even you want the betterment of the situation. So I'll read how I have written and pointed out the problem as well as solution. Second paragraph begins. It is sad to see people lack civil sense and allow their animals to roam freely. Many pet owners own pets and then make them stray after some time. These stray animals block roads and create traffic hazards. Sometimes they are killed and injured, causing a number of accidents. Alright, so here I have explained the present situation. Okay, I'm just going to make, point. When I say problem consists mostly of two parts. Your present situation, where you mention the effect of the person or the object or the substance causing the problem. So you write the effect on other people. Alright. Next up, we have written several times to authorities in the municipal corporation, but our pleas have fallen on deaf ears. Falling on deaf ears means that nobody is listening to their pleas. Nobody is paying any heed to their pleas and trying to implement whatever they are saying. Alright. So, in this sentence, you saw that the writer, the sender, who has written this letter, they are saying that we have written it to the municipal authorities, but they are not listening to us. So, problem can also be the failed attempts, that you have tried hard, but probably the concerned people aren't doing anything. So here is how you write the present effect on other people, and then you write how there is no enforcement which is leading to the aggravation of that issue. Failed attempts that are further increasing the problem. Alright? Okay. Now comes the solution. My suggestion to tackle the problem is to take strict action and put a fine on the pet owners who disobey rules. Animal shelters and awareness should be built for stray animals. So animal shelters should also be built, and awareness should also be built towards these stray animals. I hope you can see clearly. Yes, excellent. So all of this, my present effect, failed attempts, my solution comes under in the second paragraph. I haven't left a line anywhere. This is all one problem. The entire crux of the letter comes under my second paragraph. There is one whole entity, one whole second paragraph that is written together, and here is what the main content is written. Alright. After my second paragraph is done, I leave a line, alright, and then I write my closure, aka my third and the last paragraph. I hope my views will find space in your reputed newspaper, and a prompt action will be taken by the concerned authorities. So, in the third paragraph, as I mentioned earlier, you conclude the letter. At the same time, you hope, if you're writing to an editor, you tell them that, okay, I hope that my views find importance, they are important to you, they can help you, and you put them in my newspaper. I request you, so that the concerned authorities take a look at this and they take the action. So basically, what you do, I just write it here. So the third paragraph, you can take the notes down. It's very essential, alright, because you'll have something to read after this video ends. So in the third paragraph, you conclude the letter. Then you hope for the betterment of the situation. And ask for action from the concerned. Alright. Similarly, I'll just read it. I hope my views will find space in your reputed newspaper. Now, there's one thing which I want to mention here, very comical thing. You must have seen I'm always writing this esteemed and reputed. Now, here's a funny story here. My teacher has always asked me, to add a sort of good adjective for the when you're writing words like daily or newspaper, because once you start to appreciate the person or the organization and tell them that you like their work or whatever they write, whatever they display really much, the better the chances are that your work gets published in the newspaper or they listen to you. That is why it's very important to add words like reputed or esteemed rather than just writing in your newspaper or in your daily or through the columns of your newspaper. Esteemed newspaper, it's sorts of, it increases the respect and show that the viewers love them. All right. And I hope my viewers will find space in a reputed newspaper and prompt action will be taken by the concerned authorities. So, like I said, you conclude the letter. It's a very short paragraph. You ask for the betterment of the situation. You ask for action to be taken. All right. Okay. Now then again, you leave a line. Leave a line. You've seen this. Okay, you leave a line here. I'm just writing it to explain because in a whiteboard it's not very, properly prominent where I've left the line, so it may cause confusion. That's why I'm just writing and rubbing it. Alright, I hope it is clear. So you leave a line, then you write thanking you. After you write thanking you, then you leave a line. So again repeating, there will be a gap between thanking you and yours obediently. And after yours obediently, you're not supposed to leave a line. Alright. And then you write your name. Alright. So thanking you, one leave a line, yours obediently, Mihika Bhasin. Now some people, as I said earlier, they tend to write the designation also. Like for example, if your address is given, after their name they write resident of ABC society, or if they are a manager, if a manager is writing to another manager, they say okay, manager of ABC company. All right. But usually that's not very popular these days. Name will also do, as I stated earlier.